After watching this video from Thumbing, I came to the same conclusion that I have when I argue over the AI art topic, is that the people who lack of understanding in art will always devalue artists and art. It's just a painting, a movie, an anime. Why do you enjoy it so much? There's one bet I'm willing to make, is that the people who use AI art with bad intention, who tell artists to get a real job and drawing is a useless skill to have, those are the people who never work hard for anything. They never try to get good at video game. They never aim for a 10 out of 10 in any subject. And they never watch a documentary of how a movie is made or an event in history is in the making. And they definitely never watch any story about any artist in history or present. And they have no hobby. And no, posting online and traveling is not a hobby. Harassing people online, stalking artists because they post something you don't like is not a hobby either. Fixing other artists' art and being a hypocrite is definitely not a hobby. Because if they have any real hobby, they will see the value of working hard for something that is very insignificant in other people's life. But that thing to you is extremely significant. And the reason why you do it is because you enjoy it. I used to go to a basketball court and just shoot up hoop by myself for an entire hour. I gain nothing from it and I don't care. Just like when I go to the gym or try to get to diamond in league, getting the perfect 10 out of 10 in my English class. Learn how Pepsi briefly became the 6th largest military in the world. Learn how to draw, because those things are fun and interesting. And it is something that these
art is a user skill.
People will never get it. The comparison that I could think of is how old people think TikTok influencer isn't a skill, yet they make millions. Contrast to what the boomer believe. Just like how people think artist isn't a real job. I know it doesn't make sense either, but that is how the world works, and that is the sad side of humanity in this current lifetime. A lot of things, from a working skill to a life skill, from human value to a product value, is being reduced, and the tool that help human evaluate those things is the internet. But the recent AI art thing just make it more clear of how a lot of people value a work of dedication, experience to just pixel on a screen. What AI art is doing to art is reducing its value to a 1 and 0 string, when those who understand it know what the value of art is. It is something that cannot be measured, represented. It can only be studied, understand, and appreciate. And what the artist is no longer needed. People trying to devalue artists, they don't understand the enjoyment and the lesson of mastery. It's just sad to see how we slowly devalue every aspect of our life, and I just don't understand how and why we allow it to happen. But it is happening. There's hardly a good song. I mean, the latest League of Legends World Anthem is as same half as a nursery song. Some TV series and movie is no more than a cat rap. And now art, a profession and a hobby which already been looked down on for a very long time. Like, believe me, if you are Asian, the chance of you becoming an artist is very low, and there's a reason to it, because it's already being devalued in Asian culture. Like, only rich people get to enjoy art, is like how it used to be. And now artists is still getting devalued and shamed from the people who show zero interest from it in the first place. The best example there is the Kim Jong-gi art stealer, where after the artist Kim Jong-gi passed away, one person decided to take his art and put it in an AI for it to study and make it produce an image out of his work. And the reason why that caused a lot of talk, because that person violate both ethical and copyrighted law in the art world. To use someone's art right after the artist passed away is very disrespect to the artist. And who are you to use his art? Are you the one who published his art, or was given the right to use his art in any way on anything for any reason at all? No. And the reason why so many people keep pulling this AI art stealing is because they don't know or care about the copyright system in the art industry. All they think of it is pixel on a screen or line on a piece of paper. Like I said, those who don't understand will devalue it because they can. There is a lawsuit happening with AI, so we just have to see how it goes. But I just want every artist's work out there to not get taken wrongfully and against the artist's knowledge. Similar to when artist's work got used for an NFT to scam people. Remember that? Art and artists will always hold value to those who admire and appreciate them. But for company, well, most companies don't value their employee, so yeah. Like I said in my previous video, we draw because we like. But the reality is, if an industry is crumbling down, no one wants to be under it. We take risks on what we believe in, and I believe in art and the value of it. For what it worth, it saved my life. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.